I'm Dr. Arthur Crosley. Welcome to Real World Pediatrics. So today I wanted to discuss addictions, and the title of this piece is Beating an Addiction. So it's a good bet that you were addicted to something. Maybe it's something simple like ice cream, Hershey bars, or just eating in general. Or it could be something more serious like real bars, as in Xanax. Either way, you may perceive that you have a problem of excess. Either you are always drunk or always overweight, and naturally you'd like to do something about it. Well, that's why I'm here, and that's why you're watching this video. I'm going to give you some real-world advice that hopefully is going to help you. Now, for more serious addictions, you should always operate under the supervision of a medical professional. I am only going to give you some general overall advice. But first, let's ask where the word addiction comes from. The word addiction derives from the Latin word addicere, meaning to declare towards something. Addicere can be broken down to ad and dicere. Ad means toward, and dicere means to say or to declare. Now, under Roman law, it meant that a person was bound or enslaved to a court ruling. Over the centuries, it has evolved to its current meaning of becoming bound or declared toward a harmful substance. So as we can see, to be addicted is to be enslaved. In order to break these bonds of slavery, we must break them slowly. A quick fix will not work. We did not get into this position of slavery easily. We will not get out easily. Now, here are a few facts on drug addictions, and I'm going to put them on the screen there. Nearly 49 million Americans aged 12 or older had a substance use disorder within the past year. That's a lot of people. Drug overdose is the leading cause of accidental and preventable death in the U.S. 87,000 people died by drug overdose in the U.S. over a 12-month period. That's a small city. 1 in every 9 Americans aged 12 or older had an alcohol use disorder within the past year. Now, here are a few facts on food addiction. Global prevalence, approximately 20% of people globally are estimated to suffer from food addiction. More than 70 million adults in the U.S. are believed to have a food addiction. And food addiction is linked to eating disorders, and eating disorders linked to food addiction cost the U.S. around $64.7 billion annually. So it's a real problem. Now, obviously, some addictions are more serious than others. And here I will speak of simple psychological addictions where there are no withdrawal symptoms. Now, in order to defeat an addiction, you want to first define an endpoint where you want to be free of your addiction. 1 or 2 months seems reasonable, especially for more harmless addictions like eating too much. Okay, so what you're going to do is define in days when you wish to be rid of your addiction, and then you're going to define how much poison you're taking, whether your poison is Hershey bars or Coke Zero or something like that. And then you're going to do something amazing. You're going to divide the number of food items that you are consuming, the extra amount of food items, by the number of days by which you desire to be rid of your addiction. Since we're talking about a month for food addiction, our goal is to reduce our consumption by about 3% per day. Now, it seems reasonable that anybody can cut down 3% per day on average. That doesn't seem like a lot. So let's say you're consuming an extra 1,000 calories per day of junk food. Now, I think you have a pretty good idea of what you're consuming. Your goal is to reduce that by about 3% per day. Now, you don't have to maniacally reduce by 3% per day. You could do 6% every 2 days. And then you just do it. Now, let's say I'm drinking 10 Coke Zeros or 10 Diet Cokes per day, and I want to get that down to 0 by the end of the month. What I can do is drop that Diet Coke consumption by 1 Diet Coke per day every 3 days. So give that formula a try with your particular harmless addiction, and let's see how that works. The goal is to gradually acclimate the body to consume less. What you don't want to do is go cold turkey. Cold turkey can be dangerous with real drug addictions such as Xanax or heroin. You never want to do that. A gradual approach is better. When you take a gradual approach, you're changing your lifestyle. That's the key. That's the ticket. Thank you.